You know, I just realized something. This background in the pause menu might be the same one we saw in the episode select menu before we started Opera of Fear. The reason why I point this out is because in the beta version of this game, when you complete a job, it actually shows this background scrolling by when you do, like I said, complete a job. It was really cool to see, but they cut that out in the final game for some reason. I'm not sure why they did that. I thought it was a really cool touch. Greetings all, it's Blue Knight, and welcome back to Sly 3, Honor Among Thieves. Previously, we completed Into the Depths, our latest job here in Opera of Fear, and we were able to extract some information from Octavio's personal terminal, the Wurlitzer 700. Oh crap, that was a bad idea! I should have known better than to strike a breakable when a guard was nearby. And I got no way to escape unless he decides to give up, which he did, thankfully. I'm gonna pickpocket him just for some compensation, because I kinda need that. Also getting pretty close to being able to buy my first gadget of the game. I'll be sure to do that the next time I am in the safe house. And there we go, 200 coins. Excellent, I can buy the first gadget I want. Today we're gonna continue with these jobs in the first phase of jobs, as we are going to take on Octavio Snap, the second slide job that's available to us right now, as soon as this guy gets out of the way, or I can find some way to get around him. Can I? Nope, I was too late to get onto that boat. Actually, I should spider jump here, wait for him to pass by, and then I'll pickpocket him. It's generally a good idea to pickpocket guards, even when they don't have any loot, because you'll be able to get more coins out of them than dying. I think you get like maybe 3 coins max when you do kill one. So it's better to pickpocket them and any opportunity you have. And speaking of which, we got our first piece of loot of the game, a bronze ring. If that was silver or gold, it would go for a lot more, obviously, but I'll take what I can get. And now we can start the next job of the game.
Heads up, Sly. I've intercepted a radio message from one of Octavio's men. The Dawn is moving towards your position.
Great. You want me to take him?
No, we need evidence that he's behind this city's tar epidemic. With some incriminating photos, we might be able to help the cops prosecute him and put an end to this nonsense.
Never thought we'd be helping out the cops.
Really? You always seem eager to aid Inspector Fox.
Yeah, well, she's different. Your average law enforcer isn't that, I don't know, attractive. Hold up, here he comes. That's despicable.
Get a picture before he finishes. This is perfect. Use your binocular to take photos.
So in certain missions or jobs, we'll be able to snap photos with a binocular. Pretty commonplace to do from the last game that's coming back. So just hit R1.
Excellent. A few more of these and the cops will bury this guy. Follow him. He might be headed for some more polluting.
So now we gotta stick to the rooftop as we have to follow Don Octavio to see where else he will pollute his, well, not his city, this city, with some more tar. Just have to stick close to the Don as much as possible. And like I said, the best bet to do that is on the rooftops. You'll find some breakables along the way if you're lucky enough, so you'll get some more coins out of the deal. I don't want this guy to... There we go. Wait, he didn't die? Oh crap. So if you're able to knock a guard from a high enough ledge like I just did, then you'll be able to kill them instantly as they fall to their death.
He's at it again. Get a picture.
You gotta make sure to alert any guards, otherwise Octavio might turn around and spot me. So we'll head over here. This is usually the best spot for you to get a picture of Octavio without him seeing you when he does turn around.
That poor bird bath. I guess more of a bird's death trap now. He's on the move again. Keep it up, Sly. This is some great work.
Okay, gotta find a rooftop to stick to. I got no way to alert Octavio unless I want to strike him or run near him. I'll try to jump on over here. And there we go, we're in the clear. I don't want to take any chances. That's why I like to stick to the rooftops as much as I can. Besides, you get a really clear view of the field whenever you need to find out where to go. So Don Octavio is kind of interesting. He had a different design during the build of this game, and it was more operatic. It definitely fit in with his whole opera motif because he's obviously based on his on the Phantom of the Opera. But it was changed later on for something a little more serious. I know that Slide 3 has a bit of a more serious tone in its storyline, so I guess that's why it got changed in the end. His design is reflected on that big sign in the background too.
Imagine clogging a delightful water wheel with deadly sticky tar. Monstrous.
And you may have heard him hum a very familiar tune. That tune is one of the themes that comes from, I believe, a musical called The Barber of Seville. The reason why I point this out is that song I actually have heard before in a Bugs Bunny cartoon based on that very same play.
Keep on it. We want to make sure all this horrible polluting is fully documented.
So as Octavio's gonna be on the move again, well, that guard's gonna be in the way if I do jump back up. Oh man, no matter where I go, I'm gonna get caught here. Or maybe not. I got really lucky. Alright, I'll take it. And furthermore, on the background information of Octavio, in the Italian version of this game, he's called Don Ottavio. I believe this might be a pun on the word octave, which is a musical term to describe an increase in frequency. That's pretty much what I gathered. That guy's not gonna... A stupid cat guard's not gonna... Get off of me! Get off! Octavio's gone pretty far. Thankfully, just by pinging, you'll know where he's at. I have no idea if you go far enough, you might fail. I've never had that happen to me before, because...
Working a switch, but there's no tar anywhere. Yet. Get a photo anyway.
Because I've never taken that chance, so that's kind of weird. Also, Octavio's name in the Italian version might be based on a Mozart opera called Don Giovanni.
He's doing something, but what? I can't believe it. He flooded that aquarium with tar. All those poor dead fish. As much as I hate to see what heinous crime this fiend will do next, you should probably keep on his tail. Someday the people will know the truth due to your pictures.
The reason why I decided to wait until the boat passed by is because if you take a shot too early, in the last two times we had to take a photo of Octavio, then chances are you're gonna get caught. So wait until you pass by him and then snap a photo of him.
Hey, Samir, get that engineer on the horn.
Sly, see if you can latch onto the car Octavio is riding in. We should eavesdrop on his phone conversation. From the look on his face, it seems important.
Listen, Giovanni. This Ferris wheel was a good idea. She's a pumping the tar fast. Nobody suspects a thing. But still, is it gonna be enough to get things ready for my opera recital? Well, when the people come to see me sing, I want to make sure they keep a-coming. Even if they don't feel like it. One way or the other, there be opera fans again. Hey, hey, hey! Okay, Sissy.
That fiend! He's twisted a time-honored amusement park ride into a tool for wrongdoing. Break open the control panel with your cane. I'm on my way to do a little rewiring. Look away if you must. You're about to witness the dark side of electrical engineering. Kill a bunch of poor innocent fish, will he? That'll do it.
That seemed kinda anticlimactic for something so big. You figured, you figured after some time you might have a chance to take down that Ferris wheel yourself? Apparently not. At least not in the final version of this game. There was a cut job that did revolve around taking down the Ferris wheel yourself. In the beta build, we had to pickpocket keys from guards as Sly and Bentley to unlock that control panel that Bentley did smash up to access the buttons. Carmelita would have appeared to stop you during that part. And then they introduced a really weird mechanic that I'll get into a few moments. Since we have enough coins, we can now buy something from ThiefNet, and I'm generally gonna go for the smoke bomb for Sly. Obscure the vision of your enemies for a hasty getaway. We don't have enough for the alarm clock, but that'll come a little later. Yeah, it's just like Belly. We'll focus on the smoke bomb a little later. Actually, I could get into what Belly can do with one of his features. So like Sly, he can strike enemies with square. You can press this repeatedly. But it's got a unique feature to its binocucom. If you click R1, if your binocucom view, you can put enemies to sleep. And they'll be a lot more susceptible to... hang on. He's got some loot. I was expecting this guy to have some loot. This is pretty fortunate. So you can bomb guys when they're asleep by hitting triangle. Ooh, a gold watch. Very nice. So do that. And no matter what guard you put to sleep, they will be killed instantly. It's a very unique, a very helpful combination of moves you can use to eliminate any guards. And what I just did was hit select to enter the gadget grid. Unlike Sly, Bentley has a gadget off the get-go, the trigger bomb. So whenever you see a power-up in the gadget grid, you can hit L1, L2, or R2 to assign them a power-up button. In the case of the trigger bomb, it's a throwable bomb with remote detonation, and with the fishing pole, or the pickpocket pole, the PPP for short, you can fish loot out of guards' pockets. This is actually a new mechanic to Bentley in this game. In the last game, Sly was the only one out of the Cooper gang members that could pickpocket enemies, but that ability has now been extended to other members of the gang. So put this guy to sleep rather quickly, and I'll show off I think the remote bomb is what it's called. I actually don't use that power-up as often as you think. That's because you can always access the bombs quickly by hitting triangle. You can also hold the bomb by holding triangle. If you're near a guard, you can fling it right at them too, whether they're asleep or awake. So as soon as we access the next marker, we'll start the next job. But I want to get some more coins first so we can get close to accessing Bentley's alarm clock. Not close enough, but it's gonna help out a little bit. Besides, after we're done with this job, I'm pretty sure the breakables in this environment will respawn.
Hey, Sly, you better get over here. My sources tell me that Octavio has hired the Blue Viper Gondola gang to take out Carmelita.
The Blue Vipers? Those guys are nasty. We've got to get to them before they get to her.
She's off on her daily patrol. The thugs can't be far behind.
On my way. Just make sure to have one of those police boats hot-wired by the time I get there.
Let's see. Just cross the blue wire with the red wire and shazam!
Just in time. There go the Vipers.
I'll shoot. You drive, Sly. This canal is packed with shipping. Make sure to jump and leave or we're sunk. Let's take these guys out.
So here we go with this canal chase. It's pretty simple. Just hit X to jump and hold R1 to fire your turret. If you hold R1 for too long though, you'll overheat your gun, so short bursts are the best way to go in taking out the blue vipers. Well, I use the word blue vipers loosely because as we can see, only one of them is dressed in blue. I kind of find that insulting, but then again, blue is part of my username.
My gun overheated. Guess I should use short burst.
Alright, so we took out one of the blue vipers. Like I said, this is very easy to do. Just avoid the obstacles that you come across and you'll be fine. And while we're at this, I might as well continue on what the cut Ferris wheel job was all about. They introduced this mechanic where you had to bat some bombs that Bentley threw to break the Ferris wheel. And it wasn't the last time that they used this mechanic as well. It was included in other cut jobs, but the whole mechanic was scrapped eventually. From what I saw online, it looked really annoying to use. So I guess that's why it got removed, and thank goodness for that.
Way to go! That's the end of the Blue Vipers.
This job actually gave me a lot of trouble on my first playthrough, but after a while, I was able to handle it very easily.
Another uneventful patrol. This city's beautiful, but a bit quiet for my taste.
I hope you realize that by saving Carmelita, we're only making our operation here more difficult.
Maybe so, but what's the fun in stealing if there's nobody trying to catch you? Besides, she's helped us out in the past.
That, and you've got a thing for her.
And I've got a thing for her. Look, I'll stash this boat. It might be useful for later. You stay out of trouble.
So, according to these decrypted files, Octavio is pumping tar from underneath the foundations of buildings so he can sink them into the canals on a whim. He's going to demonstrate this destructive ability to the people of Venice during his opera recital on the first day of Carnival. To counter this threat, we'll first destroy the balloons inside, advertising the recital. If no one shows up, he'll have no reason to sink a building. Next, the blueprints to the main tar vacuum have been cleverly split into 3 parts and hidden in local coffee houses owned by Octavio. Unfortunately, they're under constant guard, so you'll need to use a disguise to get us inside. Also, some big Vincenetti goons have been called in as insurance for the recital. Given their size, I think it's prudent to fool Carmelita's 8 mercenaries into taking them out for us. And finally, we'll have to convince Murray into taking to the field. If he's learned the Aboriginal ball form, it'll be just the thing for destroying the local tar reservoirs.
It's a lot to take in. We have a lot to do in this second phase of jobs. But it's not going to be anything too difficult that we can't handle. So let's access ThiefNet one more time. Aha, sure enough. So I guess after every phase of jobs, new gadgets become available for us to purchase online. And there's quite a few handy ones too for Sly. The combat dodge, the knockout dive, and the push attack are all pretty useful in my opinion. Just the adrenaline burst as well for Bentley, which just makes it move faster. Kind of a ripoff for 400 coins if you ask me. And that's gonna be it for today. We did accomplish a lot and we got the second phase of jobs started. We were able to save Carmelita from the Blue Vipers and got some photos of Octavio and his evil tar doings. So things seem to be going our way for the moment, but we still got a lot to handle before we can put the Dawn down for good. So next time, we're going to begin this next phase of jobs as we turn our attention back to Sly and start one of his jobs. Until we meet again, farewell for now.